Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to the Sensu Pop channel. How's the new set doing for you so far? For me, I've been enjoying it quite a bit, and even though I'm unsure how much impact that this set is going to have on the meta, what I cannot deny is how much fun I'm having. So let's start with the first deck profile for this new set, Cross Spirit. It's going to be Videl, it's going to be the skil-less Earthling decks because I am Team Earthlings. I took this deck out for a spin in the recent European regionals, and I was paired up against Vegex in the first game and Dark Broly in the second game, and the Dark Broly is the one with the Gogeta engine, and I actually went 2-0 on it. Unfortunately, I have to drop out after the second game because I was massively hangover. I really could not continue. It was an interesting experience. It was really an interesting experience. So I hope I got you guys excited. A big thanks to the team at Bandai for giving us another Earthling decks. This is my take on Videl. See you guys after the short intro. Hey guys, I want to welcome you back from the intro. We are going to be talking about the leader, the Unison, the deck, and what is this whole thing trying to do. It is a skil-less deck, and also because it is a deck from the new set, Cross Spirit, we are going to be touching on the new mechanics, which is Spirit Boost. So in summary, together with the leader and the Unison, you are able to Spirit Boost skil-less battle card. Then you have the skil-less battle card that you can swing at your opponent, and after that the deck also provides you with further interactions with the skil-less battle card, making it harder, making it more difficult to remove, and including more and more aggro into your option. First up, we are going to be talking about the leader. Whenever she swings, you get to draw a card. When you combo with a skil-less battle card, you get to draw a card and take a life. And also at the same time, if that skil-less battle card it's one cost, you are able to Spirit Boost and play that skil-less battle card on your board with an extra 5k. That means the 10k battle card, it becomes a 15k, which swings pretty hard, especially in the early turns. For less life, you get to awaken, untap one, draw one, you awaken. Everything almost stays the same, except this lady swings so hard at your opponent because whenever she swings, you are able to tap your Unison. Once you tap your Unison, the power of the Unison transfer to her. For example, when she attacks, if your Unison, the Unison that we are playing, it's going to be 6k, she swings at a minimum 16k. And whenever you combo with a skil-less battle card once per turn, the skil-less battle card gets an additional 4k. Usually when a combo together on top of this leader, the leader swings at 25 and you get to draw 2 cards when you swing. And once per turn you get to Spirit Boost. It's the same thing, you play that battle card if it's a cost of 1 skil-less, and it gets an additional 5k. We have to talk about the Unison because Unison is so important in this deck because of the main mechanic Spirit Boost, which is to remove one marker from your Unison in order to do the ability like that. We are playing Pan's Heroine Victory over the Great Saiyaman because this card is just objectively better. Let's talk about the auto. The auto is whenever your leader activates a blocker, this card gains an additional marker, and the best part is you get to take one skil-less battle card from your drop area to your hand. So you can actually combo, put it into your drop area, use a leader, then it comes back into your hand. Such a good ability. And +1 at the end of the turn, you switch your leader to active mode and it gains blocker. So I love to play this on turn 1 because once you tap that 1 energy, you play her, do a +1, she gains 2 marker. Your opponent swings during their turn, you activate your leader's blocker and it gains an additional marker. Now on turn 1, during your opponent's turn, you already have a Unison with 3 markers. Even though she's 6k, trust me, it's enough. She stays on the board. I've never had the situation that she got removed from the board. In fact, she gains so much marker that your opponent just give up trying to do anything to remove this lady over here. The -2, it's very important because until the end of your opponent's next turn, they can only attack one time with battle cards with energy cost 4 or less. So how does this work? There is 2 train of thought, which is, oh, they cannot attack unless only one time with battle card 4 or less. That is not true. They can attack with leader card, they can attack with Unison, they can attack with battle cards 5 or more, but for battle cards 4 or less, they are unable to attack, but only once. Alright, so together with the leader, this card, it's gonna stay on the board because you kind of want the battle phase, because you want to draw that card, you want to do that Spirit Boost, and this Unison really just helps you to do that. Your opponent tries to swing at this Unison, it's gonna be a bad time for them. And this Unison, it's a 1 cost 6k. you can either play 4 copies of them. So very important, you want it to be on the board on turn 1, and when Heart of the Maidens, it's able to do that because you can look up to top 7, pick a Unison card, which is this Unison card, and play it. So if you don't have it in your starting hand, I played 3 copies of Heart of the Maiden. She's able to help. Let's talk about combo number 1. You swing with a leader, you combo with a skillless battle card, and then you spirit boost, and the skillless battle card come into the board as a 15k. You swing with that card, that's 15k. After that, what? The first combo that you can do, it's one of the good cards in this game, which is SS Son Gohan Glimpsing Potential. This card is just amazing because when you tap 2 when you play him, you go to your deck, find another skillless battle card, you put it on the board, choose 2 of your skillless battle card, and each gains an additional 5k. So your skillless Videl that came in this turn gains an additional 5k, so it's gonna swing at 20. The new Videl that you play, the new skillless battle card, whatever you want to play from your deck, which is 1 cost, it's gonna come into the board with an additional 5k. So now you have a 15k swing from Gohan, 20k swing with one of his skillless battle card, and another 15k. This is just a 2 energy play, which is so good. But these activate main for SS Son Gohan, it's really good because you can activate main, put him under your Unison, gains an additional marker, and you get to draw a card. This card is just really good for off in this deck. We have combo number 2, which is the same thing. You have your leader, you swing with a leader, you use a skillless battle card, you combo, you spirit boost, it comes into play. This is 15k, you swing with this 15k skillless battle card. Now what? Tap 1, play Great Saiyaman Barding Hero. This is such a great card. Bounce that skillless battle card back into your hand. Now you have additional skillless battle card to combo, and you have 15k on the board. And you go to your deck or drop area, find a 2 cost skillless battle card, and then you play. You re-swing with 15k, you have a 15k on the board, swing again, and then you have a 20k on the board, and you want to swing again. And it's gonna stay on the board though, so your opponent will really want to remove Chilai. And let's be real, if they're using a skill to remove Chilai, you win because this is just a skillless battle card, and you make your opponent commit resources to remove her. It's a battle of attrition, it's a battle of efficiency. Because you're playing skillless, you always come out on top. And you try to commit resources to swing a 20k out of the board, forget it. Once you combo with a skillless battle card, it gains an additional 4k. You are going to defend this card at 29k. They're not going to remove this card unless they commit skills to it. Alright, and another great thing that we can do with this combo, Great Saiyaman 2, it's such a great card because you can also play this promo, Chilai Behind the Scene Heroine. When you play her, you draw a card. Then if you're leader, it becomes a skillless battle card, so you can tap 1 and play a Great Saiyaman 2. You know what you can do with this? You can just keep on recycling Chilai. Just play 1, draw 1, and then bounce her back with Great Saiyaman 2. Great card, great combo. So we have seen some of this amazing combo that this deck can do with very little energy. This deck is extremely efficient, but what it's often overlooked is how defensive this deck can be, and it's also very efficient with the defensive option. The first one, let's take a look. It's Videl with all her strength. This card, it's awkward. It's extremely awkward because it sounds like a counterplay. It sounds like a counter attack, but it is none of those. So what does this card do? It's an auto. Whenever your opponent attacks, you tap 1, you play her. After you play her, your opponent has to choose. Either discard 2 cards from their hands, or you choose one of the battle cards 7 or less, and then you KO it. This was the card that actually helped me to win against Dark Broly, because even though he has Gogeta on the board, it is really good, but often he forgot to swing before I play Videl, so he has to choose whether 2 cards from their hands and discard it, or I'm gonna choose his Gogeta and I'm gonna KO it. It was very difficult for him. He was trying to play around with this card, but it was very difficult because in combination with Frieza Charismatic Villain, if he's gonna play Gogeta and I know that he's gonna swing, I'm gonna KO it. And then if he doesn't know it, I have Videl in my hand, he has to choose whether discard his cards from his hands or he is gonna get his Gogeta removed again. So it's just so difficult to deal with that. This whole thing, because how much markers your Unison have, this is gonna problem. How many cards you're gonna draw also, you're gonna have these 2 options. Either one of this in your hand. And also we have Dominant Potential, that means every single turn they're gonna swing 2. One of the things that you can do is you Dominant Potential skillless battle card into your drop area. The next swing that they do, or you can block with your leader, because Dominant Potential it's counter attack, then the blocker it's on the second side. So you do blocker, bring back the card that you just discarded back into your hand. It sounds cheap, it sounds like it's illegal, but it's legal. It's legal, trust me. The late game option for this deck, it's amazing as well. We are going to be taking a look at Son Gohan, Margin Exterminator, 3 cost, 19k, deflect, double strike, dual attack. The first time I saw this card, I have to admit, I thought this card was just okay. But I want to tell you, I am very wrong. This card is a beast, because let's take a look at the permanent. If your leader card is a green Earthling card, when green skill-less battle cards in your combo gets plus 5k combo while this card is in battle. At first sounds okay, but if you think about this, because it is a permanent and it has no once per turn tag, that means every single skillless battle card in your hand that you want to use for combo is a 0 plus 10k. With your leader, it gets an additional 4k once per turn. That means if you just combo with one skillless battle card, that card gets a 9. It gets a 14k. Your second skillless battle card, now you have an additional combo power of 24k. A third skillless battle card, 34k on top of this guy. This guy is just a beast. And when you play him, you take a battle card, skillless battle card from your drop, add it into your hand, another skillless battle card, put it at the bottom of your deck. So you are guaranteed to at least have one skillless battle card when you try to combo with it. And it then says that, hey, you need to combo it from your hands. That means if you have skillless battle card on board, you can also swing with them, use them for combos if you want to. This card, really, I think it's a little bit broken. It's borderline broken on this card. But we also have a second option, because we have a lot of bot removal, pieces removal, 7 or less with Charismatic Villain and also with Videl. We have nothing to remove barrier, and this card just fits both. It's just 2 costs, 25k, deflect, double strike. You choose one of your opponent's battle card, 7 or less, choose one of your opponent's battle card, ignoring barrier, and then you KO it. Now you have a 25k double striker on the board. It's really good. And also at the same time, I'm gonna play one of my favorite cards, which is Vegeta, Absolute Agent of Destruction. Pay the 4 cost, you have a 25k double strike crit, and you drop a card, you're gonna destroy all of your opponent's board. Never comes into play, because usually I win my games before turn 4 comes, or at turn 4, I'm not going to tap everything, because it is just so much more efficient in this deck to swing multiple times, right? But Vegeta, I believe in this card, that's going to be one off in this deck. Now we come to a section where I'm just going to call this consideration. This is some of the cards that I'm thinking to play. Theoretically, it's very, very nice, and the more I play this game with this deck, the more I think that these cards are very, very viable. The first one is Son Goku Spirit Bomb Unleash. You tap one, it's a 15k, you have it on the board, choose one of your opponent's Unison and remove a marker from it, and you have a 15k body on the board that you can swing. One cost, 15k that you can swing, remove one marker. I think that is a pretty good card. However, because there's just so much markers on my Unison at maybe turn 3 or turn 4, I really think that the activate main really makes sense. So the activate main is this, that you can spirit boost X, and X equals to how many you want to remove. If you for every single marker that you remove from your Unison, this card gets an additional 5k. However, if you remove 2, it also gains double strike. That means if you have a lot of you have 1 energy left and you want to swing finally onto your opponent, just do one last thing, you can actually play this on the board, remove 2 markers from your Unison. Now you have a 25k double striker that you can swing at your opponent. Your opponent might be able to negate. That's why I said maybe do 2 markers, because it doesn't really hurt your Unisons anyways. Usually I need kind of 2 dice now for my Unison. So this card, just for 1 cost, I think it's pretty good. The next one, it's a commemorative photo. It's not in the deck, I know, but it should be. If you enjoyed this video, I appreciate it. You can give this video a like, subscribe if you want to support me and the channel. If you're looking for TCG products, check out maniapacks.com, link down in the description. Use my discount code SENSU for 5% off all your purchases. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy playing the Dragon Ball Super card game. I hope you guys are okay. See you guys in the next video.